Joel Brock, and I'm here on the North Umpqua River with Larry Mercer from RiverWolf Boats. And Larry, from what I understand, you're going to start putting out a selection of sled boats, huh?
Yeah, this is our prototype, Joel, that we're fishing out of today, and our next model is going to change quite a bit from this one. It's going to be kind of a side drifter model. We've used this boat now for about 2 years. We've probably got 40 or 50 trips on it, and we're getting it pretty dialed in for this side drifter.
So what's the advantages, Larry, that you see over the sled boat compared to the drift boat for fishing?
Well, in these bigger waters especially, Joel, you're not limited to some of the waters that you can fish. If you want to go fish for a couple hours, you can put in, go fish, get back on the trailer and get home. The other big advantage to these boats is you're spending a lot less time trying to motor back up to fish those spots that you want to fish again and again. Another advantage, and this is probably the biggest advantage for the guy buying the boat, is you get to fish too. As opposed to a drift boat where you're stuck in the oar seat all day long or trading places, there's 3 lines in the water as opposed to 2. Yeah, it's a given that drift boats are going to be a little bit more maneuverable, and certainly this sled boat will not replace a drift boat for all things, but when you're on the water, tiller in one hand, rod in the other, you're fishing, and that's the big draw, I think, of these boats.
Well, one thing I like fishing out of the sled boat, Larry, is you're standing up all the time, or you can stand up all the time, I should say, and you stretch your legs, and it's kind of like fishing off the bank pretty much, only you're covering a lot of water, still doing the same side drifting technique, and it seems to work pretty well, I think.
It does. I think we catch as many, or sometimes maybe more fish in a sled than some of the guys in a drift boat. Fish on.
Oh, I got a biggie on here, Larry.
Don't horse him.
Just kind of pick it up and show the camera real quick, and then I'll put him right back in water. There we go. That's our trophy. I'm going to get him back in water so I don't hurt it. Larry, this is I think this is a 17-footer here, isn't it? Are you guys going to build any different sizes, or are you staying with the 17-footer? What's your plans?
Well, this is 17'9", Joel. We may add a foot to this this boat. We'll dial it in a little bit more. Somebody wants a little different length, but we're going to bump up to like a 19-footer. We probably want to go to a 66-inch bottom as opposed to 60. The nice thing about these 60-inch bottoms is because it's a flat bottom, it's still really, really stable, but at the same time, man, there's a lot of little sneaks that you can get through on the rivers that a wider boat, a 66 or a 72-inch bottom, may not be able to accommodate.
Right, yeah. I noticed I'm 245 pounds, and you and I are both standing on the same side of this thing, and it's not leaning at all.
No, that's the beauty of a flat bottom. This is a package right here that's going to be pretty affordable. It's going to be in that $18,000 range with a galvanized or an aluminum trailer. But ultimately, I think a guy wants to bump up the next size motor, probably a 90-60. With you and I on board, it'll do pretty much anything we want to do. You get a third guy on board, and you really need a little more power. Yeah, you know, I think that the thing that I've tried to do with my drift boats is throw a lot of options into that boat and kind of keep the price still affordable. Obviously, you know, our side drifter is $8,500, and that may be a lot of money for some people, but God, it just has everything in it. And on our sled, yeah, there's some pretty cool things that we're going to do. The thing I don't ever want to do, Joel, in any of my boats is put a bunch of crap in it that just doesn't make much sense. If it doesn't have a function, it doesn't need to be in the boat. That felt good. Fish on, Joel.
Good deal. Coming over you. I got the motor. Well, this is one of the advantages of fishing out of a sled boat here.
Pretty bright fish, it looked like.
Good deal. Well, we've had some big fish in this river this year, that's for sure. Does that one feel like a pretty good fish?
Yeah, Yeah, that's not a 20 pounder by any means. I'd like to get another look at it, see what it is.
We're gonna go ahead and put the boat on the bank here and get this fish taken care of. Nice big old steelhead. Can't possibly go too much more. Nope, nope. There you go. Now you got him.
Come on, baby.
Not quite done yet. That is a beautiful, beautiful fish. That's about as nice a fish as you can expect to see for this time of the year.
Good.
He's beautiful. Folks, we're not going to net this fish because it's a wild fish. We're going to have to go ahead and release this one. We're going to pull it up real quick and get a picture.
Well, this is culmination of side drifting in a flat bottom. First fish of the day. We've been doing it for about an hour, and I'm going to let this baby go.
Well, Larry, we're on our last pass today. This boat's been a lot of fun to fish out of. We got a couple of fish. You got a dandy. That was a nice buck steelhead, especially for this time of the year. If folks are interested in one of these sled boats, how would they get a hold of you?
They can look us up on our website, RiverWolfBoats.com. Give us a call on our toll-free number, 1-866-813-8551. Or they can email us at sales@riverwolfboats.com.